What's up, everybody? I'm Clay, and I do want to say thank you guys for watching the video. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for understanding that YouTube is now run by AI. Well, it is allowing general discussions about crypto, NFTs, and digital assets. That's all that this video is. It is not a promise, promotion, suggestion, recommendation, or guarantee of any kind. It is simply you and I talking about the crypto world, and that is it. Now, we're going to be going over this article in some detail, so let's jump right into it. It says the US SEC and CFTC classify Shiba Inu coin as a digital commodity, boosting institutional interest in ETF prospects for Shiba Inu coin. Now, it's obvious, right? When you look at Shiba Inu coin, when you look at commodities are very interesting to begin with. You look at something like gold, a commodity. Gold has intrinsic value. It can be utilized as jewelry. It's shiny. People love things that are shiny, right? It can be used as a conductor and all of these different applications. When you look at Shiba Inu coin, okay, it doesn't necessarily have the utility. It's not necessarily a commodity in the sense that it is something like a US dollar that can go out there and retain value. But okay, it is not an investment vehicle. It wasn't sold so that the team can go out there and build a business. It's not like a security in that regard. It doesn't pass the Howey test. So, knowing that, it's pretty obvious that SHIB is a commodity. When you start to look at things like bone, right? When you start to look at these different assets where the team extracted value to go out there and build, even if they destroyed what they were building, it's a much different story. So I would actually argue that bone is much more of a security than Shiba Inu coin could ever be. But it says Shiba Inu coin has officially been classified as a digital commodity by U.S. regulators, shifting its status away from that of a security. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, the Commodities Future Trading Commission, jointly issued guidance to clarify federal laws on cryptocurrency. This places Shiba Inu coin alongside Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, and Cardano in the same regulatory category. This classification could increase institutional interest and support the case for spot-based US ETFs for Shiba Inu coin. Now, regulatory framework and classification. It says the SEC and CFTC framework emphasizes the utility and functionality of digital assets rather than speculative activity. Now, according to the guidance, digital commodities derive value from their role within operational crypto networks. Shiba Inu coin supports payments, decentralized finance, and developing layer 2 solutions, NFTs, and metaverse initiatives. Regulators highlighted that Shiba Inu coin's ecosystem aligns with the characteristics of digital commodities. Previously, regulatory uncertainty surrounded meme tokens like SHIB. Former SEC Chair Gary Gensler argued that most cryptocurrencies should be subject to security laws, and the current administration has revised this stance, with the SEC clarifying in February of 2025 that meme coins are not securities but resemble digital collectibles. The latest guidance positions SHIB clearly in the commodity category, matching the classification of core market assets. Now, Shiba Inu coin is trading down today, but that is, of course, because the overall market is down as well. Looking at these prices, Shiba Inu coin is in the red at 576 points per coin, giving up basically a week's worth of gains. The overall market pulling back as well, not giving up the full 7 days worth of gains. But of course, Bitcoin down 3.80% today. That's a strong decline. Ethereum down 6%. Solana down 5%. You've got some major declines in altcoins and in Bitcoin as, of course, these indicators cool off a bit. Overheating into overbought territory and cooling off as some profit taking occurs. Now, the good news is the framework is being laid before us. The bad news is it's the institutions that are buying and not the retail investors. Guys, I want to see you win. I want to win. I'm not an institution, right? I'm not a government out there. I am a retail investor. So in order to win, I play the game. In order to play the game, I simply accumulate.